All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am James Oliver Jr., managing partner of Kabila Ventures, a new VC firm coming soon, CEO of Kabila, which connects overlooked founders to capital, customers, and co-founders, founder of the Kabila Fundamental Health Fund, a nonprofit, husband to an amazing wife, and co-founder of the world's cutest twins. So tell us where you're coming in from in the comments. We love to know about that. Just drop in the comments. Let us know where you're coming in from. And please share this on your social media channel to invite your friends to join the conversation. This is going to be a good one, as always, I promise. And as we get into this, please drop your questions in the comments, and we will do our best to get to all of them. We are streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, I believe. So what am I excited about right now? Right now, I'm excited because I am writing a new book, a book to normalize conversations about fundamental health, partnering with a really remarkable founder, Django Degree. He's founder of focusonwords.com, which is an AI-driven book writing platform. This is going to be amazing. We're going to have people contributing stories to really kind of just destigmatize these conversations. And 100% of the proceeds will benefit the Kabila Fundamental Health Fund. We're going to be pre-selling the book very, very soon. We have an incredible person writing the forward. Some really amazing founders and investors are going to be contributing stories. Stay tuned for that. More to come for that. All right. So if you're a marketer, you probably know it can be hard to find out where your sales are coming from and what the cost to acquire them is. So if that's you, like we have a treat for you today to help you with this, especially if you're a B2B marketer. Today we have Mitch Wainer, who is the co-founder and former CMO of DigitalOcean, which IPO'd, if you didn't know that. And Mitch, honestly, Mitch is the best marketer I know. So I'm gonna bring him up right now. Welcome, Mitch. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, James?
Good to see you, bro. My camera's crooked. How can you tell my camera's crooked?
Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, of course, bro. Welcome back. So Mitch, you are co-founder and CEO of a new startup or new tool, Source, and which is a full funnel attribution solution for B2B marketers, and it's AI enabled. So what exactly inspired you to tackle this problem of attribution? Was there something about your time as CMO, of DigitalOcean that led you to create this tool?
Yeah, so this tool, first and foremost, can be used by, not just, B2B marketers, but also early stage founders, anyone that's building a startup that just wants more visibility into how their funnel's performing, what channels are driving signups, what channels are driving, the most qualified leads to their business. And so, I've been having conversations with both, CEO founders and, not just marketing leaders. So that's exciting. And, my time at DigitalOcean, we spent an enormous amount of engineering effort specifically on building custom attribution solutions from the ground up. We used Segment, and we piped that data into a BI tool to visualize the data, to get all of our attribution insights.
BI tool? What's BI?
Business intelligence. So it's basically, a way to visualize the data in a dashboard, basically. And so, we built a lot of our market attribution solutions, and pretty much every company I worked at, even beyond DigitalOcean, we built, these custom dashboards from the ground up, and it just requires a lot of maintenance time. And so I asked myself, I'm like, why isn't there a simple kind of self-serve, out of the box solution that just works and it's affordable, and it's elegant, easy to use? And so that's why, I basically got tired of facing the same problem over and over again. And I just said, screw it. I'm going to build it myself. And that kind of spawned the idea for Source.
So I remember when I first met you, maybe about 12, 18 months ago, and I had you on, and that was a great session. You helped startups come up with their tagline for their startup, which was really fun. But I remember then you were like, I'm working on my own new startup. So I think it's really awesome that here we are.
Yeah.
It's in beta. And when I saw you sharing about it on LinkedIn, you went through Techstars just like I did. And I'm actually rocking my Techstars this way.
There you go.
Techstars Tulsa.
There you go.
Techstars Tulsa t-shirt. And, give first is the mantra, right? So when I see you out there and I know how smart you are, how hard working you are, and how much you care, I'm like jumping in. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to ask you how can I help. I'm like, here's how I can help. Do you want to do it or not? And you were like, hell yeah, right? So here we are, and I'm excited to do it. And I think this is going to be great, and I know you're going to be successful. And
Thank you. Thank
no,
you.
I didn't know that this is for B2C founders too, because I will be sure to shout that at my community as well to make sure, because I was saying B2B marketers, but not everybody's B2B. Some people B2C, right? So I'll
Yeah, I
definitely.
mean, you could use it for B2C as well, and you know, it ties to CRMs, which are you know, mostly used by B2B, you know, companies,
Yeah.
with the sales team. But you could absolutely use it to track, you know, conversions, whether it's a purchase or a sign up. But I would say it is geared more towards B2B.
Okay.
And again, like, it's not just for the marketer, it's also for the founder. Like, early stage companies, they haven't yet built their team. They haven't, you know, maybe they're like 2, 3 technical founders on the team, and no one can own, you know, no one's owning the business operations or the marketing efforts on the team. And so it's really left to like the CEO to own. And they're just like, hey, I just need something that's going to give me better visibility into what's working.
Right. I mean, which everybody wants to know that, right? Because I imagine this is a massive problem that you're talking about here, because half the time when I do stuff, I don't really know what's working half the time or where the stuff's
Yeah.
coming from. So I want to ask you one question, and then I want to give you the floor so you could show us what you're doing.
Yeah.
What are 3 things that Source will do for B2B marketers or just startup founders today that they couldn't do before you launched it?
Yeah, so I think what's really cool about Source is really, like you said, a few things. One is, you know, it gives you detailed attribution on where your customers or qualified leads come from. And so, you know, marketers are very top of funnel focused. They're focused on the number of visits, the number of signups, but who's actually converting, who's actually purchasing, who's actually signing up and putting their credit card down. And, you know, it's tough for marketing teams and even founders to really understand where the original source, you know, no pun intended, you know, for those customers. And so,
Oh,
what's
that
cool
pun
is
was intended. Be honest.
the
Come on.
pun was slightly intended. So
Yeah.
you have both organic and paid channels, right? A lot of there's a lot of performance marketing tools out there that track paid, but Source also tracks organic. So we track organic keywords that are typed into Google, which is really hard to pull out and track. So if you actually connect to your Google Search Console, you can actually pull in organic search keywords to know, okay, this person typed in this keyword, this person landed on this piece of content, whether it's a blog, um, you know, article on my website or this landing page on my website before they eventually converted. And so, you know, the problem with, you know, and I'll go into like the CRM example, like if you're using a CRM tool, it gives you very high level attribution of like, this person came through direct or this person came through organic social, but it doesn't tell you exactly where the person came from. And, you know, that's the problem that Source solves. And then the second key value prop, call it, is the AI insights feature. So another cool feature is that the AI recommendation engine basically looks at all your data, your funnel metrics, your individual channel performance, and says, okay, this channel is working the best to drive the most qualified leads at the most efficient cost per qualified lead
So the AI is
number.
doing that for you.
So the AI is looking at this
That's
on a
great.
monthly basis for you, and
That's
then
great.
saying, okay, you might want to double down this campaign. You might want to double down this channel. You might want to, you know, optimize this channel to drive better efficiency. You may want to improve this drop off in conversion rate from MQL to SQL. And so it gives you basically a summarized kind of playbook to improve your growth, to drive more revenue. And so for marketers, like, you're looking at a dashboard, right? You're logging into your BI tool or your marketing tool and marketing analytics tool, and you're looking at all the data. But like, to have something that just like basically takes all that data and gives you, hey, here's like kind of a top of mind recommendation on how to prioritize your marketing initiatives to drive more growth. That's super valuable. So that's the second kind of you know, key piece here.
Mm-hmm.
And then The third thing really is the ease of use and the setup process. Using various attribution tools out there, it just takes a lot of time to integrate. A lot of it requires manual onboarding by the company where you have to book a demo. There's no like self-serve component
Mm-hmm.
to what they create, and so you can self-serve, onboard yourself, click to connect all your different data tools, add your tracking pixel to your website, and basically you're off into the races.
Amazing.
So the ease of use and the simplicity of Source is really a differentiator for us as well. There's going to be a lot of other cool features that we're going to include down the road, like multi CRM connections.
Mhm.
Right now we're just first touch attribution. We'll be building out multi-touch attribution. There's going to be AI smart boards where you can like just prompt, an AI chat feature to pull a chart for you
Mhm.
that you want to see. There's going to be a lot. So, we have a lot of exciting features on the roadmap, but again, like this problem of attribution, just starting with like, hey, we need a tool that's easy to set up and and a tool that we can easily navigate and understand. And right now it's just every time I talk to a founder or a marketing leader at early stage company,
Mhm.
they don't know where their best leads are coming from. They don't know where their customers are coming from. They don't know what's working really well. And if they did know, then they could double down on that channel. And the reality is, a lot of people try to test and optimize many different channels instead of focusing on just one or just focusing on two. And if you know what those one or two channels are, you can, if you were to kind of rate yourself on a scale of like 0 to 10, 10 being like world class in that channel, like let's say your channel, James, is like LinkedIn, like you're
Mhm.
getting the most signups and conversions to your product through LinkedIn,
Mhm.
organic posts and whatnot. But,
Mhm.
you know, if you were to scale yourself, rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, you would give yourself, let's say maybe a 3,
Probably like a
to
2.
probably a 2, right?
Yeah.
So but you're wait a second, so you're driving the most leads, the most qualified leads or the most signups from your LinkedIn, and it's the best converting, you're getting the best quality, but you're telling me your effort in that channel is a 3 out of 10.
Right.
Don't do anything else. Stop testing other channels. Don't
Yeah.
run ads here. Don't build other, just focus on LinkedIn
Yeah.
and get to an 8, 9 or 10 and then move on to another channel.
Right.
But that's where a lot of startups fail is like they try to go too wide and too broad. And
Mhm.
it's the same thing with building a product, right? You're building a product for a niche problem in the market for a niche, customer segment. And then you expand and you go broader once basically are able to capture some level of market share in that segment.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with marketing. Like you don't want to go too broad and spread yourself too thin. Like you want to go, a mile deep
Right.
into that channel to become, as close to world class as you can.
Yeah.
And so that those are the, what's cool about Source too is I'm able to connect with founders and marketing leaders, and hopefully I'll be able to educate them on how to, drive more top of funnel, bottom of the funnel growth for their business, by having them focus and drill in deeper. And so that's what Source is going to unlock. So like the mission and the vision behind Source is to unlock the revenue potential of every company on the planet.
Th-
And it's just that there's so much there that can be unlocked for, especially for companies with great products that have product market fit. This is an amazing tool for them.
Mm. This is great, y'all. If you're listening, like, so this is Mitch Wainer. Like, Mitch is the former CMO and co-founder of DigitalOcean, which IPO'd. Like, how many people, in your network are bringing people to you who are worked at a started a startup that IPO'd and doing some cool things to help you increase your revenue and get additional insights into your marketing strategies, and tactics. And he's going to do a demo really quickly here of Source because I wanted you to see what it is and why it's special and figure out how it could help you. Just drop your questions in the comments. And Mitch, are you doing any what's the word? Case studies around this, like working with 1 or 2 startups and putting them on a tool and like coming back a month or 2 later and showing how great it is and like just blasting all that out?
Yeah. So I have something. So it's a great point. I actually have something really exciting that's in the pipeline for Source, which is we're going to launch a podcast called the Growth Journal, and basically the whole idea behind the Growth Journal is to highlight, not just, Source, dog fooding Source,
Yeah.
to track its growth and progress using the dashboard, but to also bring in, customers and clients and talk about their success and what's working and what's not. It's going to be very tactical. It's going to be very light. We're going to
Okay.
bring in other CMOs and marketing, geniuses out there that can share ideas and inspire the, the marketing community on how to drive more growth for the business. And it'll be, I'm going to aim for weekly or biweekly to start and see how much progress we can make.
Yeah.
But that is absolutely going to be like a case study type show.
Perfect.
Where we, showcase the product. We showcase kind of what they're seeing. We're going to brainstorm and jam on ideas to drive additional growth.
So good.
So
Yeah.
anyway.
So yeah, no, let me know. Like I could think of 1 or 2 founders in my Kabila community who would really benefit from this. And if you have space for that, like let me know. And I'd love to.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to build like a guest list. I'll share with you, James, and just
Perfect.
like, anyone that you could think of, but it's,
perfect.
It's cool. Like, and then also I'll invite vendors, if your agency thinks they got what it takes, like, let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's
Come
see
on
if
the
they can
show.
beat Source.
Yeah. Let's see how well you could drive acquisition. Right.
Love it. That's so good.
So it could be a great way to feature your agency.
Right,
But anyway,
man.
so yeah, so I'll kind of pull up the dashboard here. I think everyone has it on their screen.
Hang on a second. I got to pull up here. There we go.
Okay, cool. So this is the primary dashboard. Like after you log in and after you set up your account, this kind of pulls in again all your acquisition metrics, and you could set your goals for the month here on the top right. You have your AI insights that is basically showing you kind of what's working and what's not, and where you need to focus to drive more growth. So this is actually real data coming from the source.app website. So you can see, like, for this month, we drove 639 free beta signups already, which was pretty awesome.
So anybody can sign up for beta right now?
Anyone can sign up for beta. You go to source.app, create your account. It's free, and start importing your data.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that up right now. Keep talking. I'm just gonna drop this in the banner.
So it gives you your website conversion rate, your customer acquisition costs, which, and we'll talk about this later. You're able to input a lot of expenses outside of ad spend to get your true, customer acquisition cost. You have your, website performance. What pages are converting the best in terms of, like, signups. And then you can see your website traffic throughout the month. And then below that, you have your acquisition performance of, free beta signups. You can see when we launched Source, the increase in beta signups was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You can filter this by different lifecycle stages. So I actually have to go through and update, but you can sort by MQL, SQL, customer, and see how well you're performing across all the different lifecycle stages. Channel performance gives you kind of a high level view of, what channels are driving the most, beta signups or, leads for different companies, depending upon what you call, your different lifecycle stages in your funnel. So you have free beta sign up here, MQL. You could filter.
You also have the cost per here, which helps towards the customer.
You have the cost per, right? So you can click on this. Now, I could click on this. There's going to be some email addresses that appear. So
let's not.
For for folks that signed up for Source. I'm not going to click into these.
No, don't do it.
I'm not going to click into these.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But I'll kind of describe. You could watch the video and actually, get see some of what the table looks like with all the people that have signed up.
Mm-hmm.
There's email addresses, right? And you see the page they landed on. You see, for search as an example, you see the keyword they type in, the source URL. So it gives you all the attribution data per contact or per lead. And then, in our case, per sign up. And then you can, sort that by and filter that by MQL, SQL, customer, etc. Your funnel performance is here. You can see kind of like how well we're doing from like free sign up to MQL. So, there's a big drop off from like free sign up to MQL, and an even bigger drop off from MQL to SQL. Like, I have to go into our CRM and like clean some of this up to be transparent, but this kind of gives you a perspective of like how well your funnel's performing, like all the way down funnel. Because like marketing can also chip in and maybe add a layer of nurturing emails that are automated via your CRM to drive more conversions down funnel, and marketing can help own that. And then your campaign performance, whether you're advertising Google ads or meta ads, search drove 4 free signups at $167, per free, beta sign up. So
those are actual numbers from what you're doing for the beta right now?
Yeah, these are real numbers. These are real numbers. And, these are, this is actual data, that we're pulling in. And we'll get into this next, the customer acquisition cost. A lot of founders and marketing leaders think like, oh, our customer acquisition cost is like how many customers we get divided by our ad spend, right? And that's just not how it's calculated. You need to throw in everyone that contributes and everything that contributes to acquiring that customer, whether it's your marketing headcount, your sales headcount, your marketing software, your sales software, your ad spend, of course, your software, your marketing tech stack. And so you can add these expenses by, throwing them into your, so let's say if I'm paying James, like I'm going to pay James $350,000 a year,
Thanks.
He's going to be my new CMO for Source, and he's a full-time employee. And he basically is going to be responsible for pretty much all the marketing channels. So I'm going to go ahead and click every single marketing channel, because that's your job as CMO, right? So you're now responsible. This is a recurring expense on an annual basis. Not paying you monthly, $350,000. That's a little too much. We add that expense.
You're so cheap.
And now there you are. You're here as a full-time employee. Go back to the executive dashboard, and now we're blowing through our budget. We're now spending, $14,000 this month on our marketing budget because we just hired James. Anyway, so that kind of gives you an idea of, and then that will affect your customer acquisition cost too. Here. So that kind of gives you an idea of like, okay, I can really, as like a founder, marketing leader, like have a really clear picture of my customer acquisition costs. And like, you can use these numbers in like your board decks, your investor decks. If you were to raise your Series A, Series B, because these are the KPIs that really matter when pitching investors. Then
let's put a pin in that, because let's stop right there, because you know exactly what you're talking about in that respect. Because like I said at the top, you went through Techstars, launched a startup, and you actually IPO'd. So you went through all this various. How many rounds did you guys raise? How many series did you have?
DigitalOcean had 3 venture rounds. We had a seed round, a Series A, and a Series B round of financing, and which is kind of unique at the same token. Pre-IPO, we had some debt rounds, and we also had some like bridge financing rounds. But for the most part, there was like 3 primary funding rounds before we went public, and I think we raised somewhere around anywhere between 100 to 200 million in equity, in venture equity. So it's it took 9 years from the moment we started the company till we went, before we went IPO'd. It's kind of crazy, the stat of the number of companies that have gone public. It's like there's only 300, 400 companies that go public every year. So it's like, if you think about how many millions of companies get started every year.
Yeah.
Like it's like like your chance of going public is like 0.00000, keep adding the zeros, 1%
Yeah.
chance. And so it's pretty wild to think about.
And you managed to launch a startup that IPO'd, man. That's bro, like honestly, like I'm honored to know you, man. And I'm honored to hang out with you like this and to, pick your brains
Thanks,
about a
James.
couple things here and there. It's awesome. And you
Same
guys
here.
are really, really, that's a huge accomplishment. And anybody out there listening, like, yeah, I mean, you should be dropping like claps and comments. And shit. It's amazing. And, and I can't wait because I was talking to you about the book before we came on, and you said you
Yeah.
had some stories you wanted to contribute as a founder, some of the challenges in mental health and how that impacted your physical health and all that. So I can't wait for you to share those stories because you have a wealth of knowledge and information, and I'm excited about it. So was there anything else that you want to show in terms of the
Oh
demo
yeah.
here?
No, I think the demo is pretty. I think that's pretty much the high level of the demo. I have more in depth, a product demo video out on Loom or on the website.
Yeah.
But James, I'm excited for your book. I'm excited for your book on mental health for tech startups, and it's a real problem that I think a lot of people
Massive.
don't really talk about. And you sacrifice a ton building a high growth company, and it's something that should really be discussed more, and how to manage. I think exercise is important. I think there's so many tools that people should be talking more about
1,000%.
to manage that stress level, to manage those stress levels. And it's intense. It's intense
It
for sure.
is. And we pay for mental therapy for founders. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of people talking about founder mental wellness, but as far as I know, with the exception, I know like Alexis Ohanian, they invest the money when they invest in a startup. I think they set aside some money for founder wellness, which is incredible. And maybe one or two other VC firms I heard of, but just as a nonprofit, like we pay like for, we say, hey, we will pay for 4 virtual mental therapy sessions with BetterHelp if you want it, or if you have your own therapist, we'll reimburse you up to $300. So like we're doing that. We've done that for over 20 founders already. We've been doing this for a couple of months now, and we're going to be raising money, which is actually a perfect segue because we are actually right now. Hang on, so let me take this down here. We're actually, and let me pull. Really appreciate that, and that's I'm off my soapbox with that. Thanks for teeing that up for me, buddy. I appreciate it.
You dropped off for a second. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if people heard you.
Oh, which part did you not hear? Sorry about that.
No, you pulled up the screen. I
Oh,
think you dropped off.
when I pulled up the so when I did this,
Yeah. Then
you oh
it just dropped.
oh wow, I see that. I
Yeah.
see, I'm producer, director, I'm doing all the things. Yeah, no, I see that. The audio drops when I pull that thing up on the screen there, which is no bueno.
Yeah, no, you said pause and you dropped, and then I was like, oh, maybe you're coming back on, or
Who knew that? No, I did not know. So I was just showing the graphic to show that we have a fundraiser right now. We're raising another $80,000 to provide free mental therapy for another 150 startup founders, and $150 donation pays for 2 therapy sessions. And if 1,000 people listening to this just donated
James,
$150,
send me the link. I'm donating.
dope. You know what? I'd do you one better. If yes, please donate. But if you could post on LinkedIn, say you're donating, you're going to match whatever that amount is, the first whatever it is you're going to do, and to encourage people to donate, that would be incredible too, man. I appreciate it.
Done.
All right, cool. Yeah, done. We'll do it after we get off this. So that was amazing, bro. And it was crazy. Like, first of all, how can people get in touch with you? I want to drop that banner on here.
So you can shoot me an email at mitch@source.app. Probably the best way to get in touch.
All right, so I'm going to drop this right here at banner. Boom. And there we go. Mitch@source.app is how you can reach Mitch. Mitch is incredible. He's a wealth of knowledge. He's a good human, man. He's been through it all. He's seen it all. This product is awesome. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to send you some guinea pigs for your podcast, man. This is amazing.
Appreciate
So
that.
yeah, no, of course, man. Whatever I can do to be helpful, all you got to do is just ping me on LinkedIn. I'm game to do it. So this has been great. Yeah, that's it, man. So if you want to come back on, you got some more updates or something like that, just let me know, bro. I'm here to be helpful, man. That's
I
it.
appreciate that, James, and definitely take you up on it. And again, wish you the best on the book.
Thank you.
Excited to hopefully provide some stories for you to
You
share.
will.
And yeah, just excited to be part of this journey with you, James.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother. All right, man. I'm gonna sign us off here and just stand by, and I'll follow up with you here.
And quick shout out to David Cohen for connecting us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the
TechStars
homie.
community continues to help help each other grow, and that's what it's about. Like you said, give first.
1000%. And so, this, you're gonna laugh at me when I tell you this, but so I put up this banner here at the top was your name and your title and all this. So I put it up, and I noticed it was crooked.
Is that on purpose? I don't
know. No, it's straight now. Bro, while you were doing your demo, I was over in Canva fixing that thing.
Right.
I'm like, how the hell did that thing get crooked? I just, just crazy. Anyway, it's straight now.
It's like, listen, it's like Source. It's in beta,
Oh my God. All right, everybody. I appreciate you standing by, Mitch. I'll see y'all next. Oh, by the way, next week I'm going to have Sean Lesser, who's the founder of the Real Mental Health Foundation, and he's on a mission to bring $10 billion worth of capital into the mental health and wellness space. And he's doing these walks all over the world. He's got like ambassadors in 60 countries. I'm a mental health real ambassador. Once a month here on Saturday, I just walk in Johns Creek, Alpharetta. We invite people to come just to shine a spotlight on men's mental health. We talk about whatever. Families invited. My kids, my wife come. It's a great time. They do it around the world. I think it's like in 60 countries. We got a couple hundred ambassadors right now. Brad Fell's an ambassador too, by the way. He walks in Aspen, him and Amy. It's awesome. Awesome. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time. Later.
Thanks, James.